guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Envy and today we're watching episode 12 of Lot of Mysteries, the second last episode, I believe, of the season. And yeah, I am very excited but also very apprehensive about what's to come because we've been losing people right from the Nighthawks for in episode 11. Yeah, so okay, starting with the recap. We see that a lot of the people in power in the city, right, they're under Sharon Coy's control, specifically people from the New Party and the Conservative Party, right? Their goal seems to be to abolish parties and just combine everything, right? So everyone's going to be serving one specific figure. We see that Sharon is actually okay, so she's powerful enough to interfere with Klein's divination, right? And we eventually find out that she's actually from the assassin pathway, sequence 6, Pleasure Madam, crazy name. And we see her finally meet her boss, I suppose, or her senior, called the Saint of White, right? A very horrifying figure. Just really scary and clearly very powerful, right? Which is really terrifying to consider, right? Because Sharon Coy is clearly powerful enough to interfere with Klein's divination, but there's someone around who's even more powerful than her, right? She was kicking her around, well, slapping. Right, the saintess mentioned something about her infiltration of the kingdom, right? So what happens is we keep seeing the quill, that specific quill, throughout the episode, and although Dunn and Fry and Kenley had had investigated Sharon Coy's room before, they couldn't really find anything. Eventually, Klein, using the spiritual messenger technique taught to him by Dali, using that technique, he did his own investigation and eventually discovered the primordial demoness statue in Sharon's room, right? So that was confirmed. She was from the demoness sect, and eventually they went to get this one artifact, which is 30217, the spirit medium's mirror, right? Specifically to counter a demoness, right? It keeps them in check, amplifies the damage, and yeah, amazing place, right? I don't know what to call it, a library or what, but basically it was amazing, magical. I hope we see more of it, right? So that's also where the artifacts are stored, and the specific lock for the Chanis gate. That's how it the to keep it sealed. Everything, the mechanism is all there, right? So it looked closely guarded. I hope it really is, right? Seems like a very important place. And yeah, so they got the artifact. Now, one downside was that you need to make sure that you don't get trapped, right, in the mirror's reflection, which unfortunately there was a huge fight that broke out, right? Dunn was outside casting Nightmare, but the Sharon, she escaped from it. She never really got trapped in it, and it was Klein and Kenley versus her. Kenley tried to use the artifact on her, and sadly, it backfired on him and yeah. I don't even know how to put it. He died. Rest in peace, Kenley. We'll miss you. I'm so sad because he was starting a new chapter in his life, right? He just gotten engaged. They were just celebrating it the other day. Insane. And after that, we all lost old Neil, and now we lost him. And yeah, so not just that, right? Of course, that wasn't enough. Now, they managed to beat the demoness, but she did something to Dunn, right? We see this blue gleam in his eyes, and then afterwards we see Klein coming up to him in the room, right? Saying that I'm done with cleanup, and then we see Dunn apparently like going to town on Kenley, eating his fill, chomping down. What do I even say? He was eating Kenley. Bro, what the hell? Are you kidding me? I just hope that's like a hallucination. I hope it's temporary, right? Reversible, because we cannot lose Dunn. I simply will not accept it, right? I've already said that. I will not accept it. But anyway, yes, I'm so scared. Like, I was just like, oh my God, what if they kill off Leonard? I swear to God, no forgiveness. No, simply. So, like, I don't want to lose anyone anymore, but Leonard, we haven't seen him. It feels like it's been a while since we've seen him. What is he up to? right? But yes, without further ado, we're done with our recap, our very sad, heavy, horrifying recap. Let's see what Dunn is up to. Hopefully it's been reversed. No, I mean, I would want to see that, but like, I hope he doesn't try to eat Klein. God, what happened to him? Oh my God, we're starting with this. Oh my God, do they have to put it that way? Dunn, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, he's drinking the blood, not eating him. Okay. Glad to have that confirmed. Oh my God, his mouth, his face is clean. Oh my God, what? What? Okay, what am I supposed to believe? Okay, he needs to check Kenley's body for any like marks or evidence. Surely there's gonna be like a bite mark or two, right? There's something missing. Oh my God. Tomorrow in accidents, one will always come first. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, the estate is really beautiful though, huh? Something is missing in his body. He needs to tell someone. Where's Leonard? Well, he looks appropriately sad. What did he do? I don't think Dunn would cause that. It's not like he made Kenley use it. But? No way. Oh God, oh God. Evil orders tend to have contingency. Is he a contingency plan? 2 months earlier. Lanevus? Oh God. He looks so slimy. Oh, he's investigating. His face. 62. Well, at least it's not 67. Okay. Return of the Earl. We await your visit. What is that? What is she looking at? They're showing that for a reason, right? Oh shit. Okay, yes, he can talk to them. Oh God, I hope we get a reply this episode. So he was drinking his blood. He became a vampire? Oh, the reason. But Dunn is also of a higher sequence. Am I? Oh. It's so sad that it's come to this. Significant. Oh, Professor Azik has replied already. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, that's pretty quick. Nice. Hey, Professor Azik. What? Vampires and mutants. Extinct. Well, she did curse him, right? A blood curse. Is in a very unstable and dangerous. Okay, I'm glad he's told Dali as well. But Dunn is still Dunn, right? That was a nightmare. But he's still Dunn. Like, he won't become a bad person. Maybe. Oh. Oh, he found his house. Is he gonna tell him? I missed him. What do you mean didn't sleep well? Does he know Kenley died? Oh. His slimy face is a little hard to forget. It's so pretty. Man, I want this. Do they have like merch of this? They should release it. Nice. Oh. Oh. No. No, we don't want to play. No, we don't want to play this. His name is like, was he Yagami Lanevus? Blasphemy will not be forgiven. Blasphemy against who? Well, okay, true creator. That's actually really sad. A bomb? Bro, as if we didn't have enough to deal with. Can he use divination? Where could it be? In that factory? Is it the factory? Wow, I hate him even more than before. Who was that? Not Megose. Is it Megose? No, she can't be the bomb. So it has to be in that area. The factory. What if it's then in their HQ? That would be... Nah. How would that happen? Oh, the altar! Oh, it's her. No. Leave. Please leave. No. No. But? Yeah. That's so weird. But it could just be hallucination. Klein's like, damn, she's lost it even more. Oh my god. Oh, they need to like kick her out of here. Oh shit. It's that eye, isn't it? Don't tell me. Oh, that's the bomb. And it's feeding off the resentment. It's being suppressed. What are they gonna... Oh! What can they do? He said that means she's been... Yeah, of course she's been in touch with him. So they are... Oh god. How do they make her leave? Oh my god. Oh, she needs to hide. So do they plan on exploding like the HQ? Oh, Dunn! The vampire. The mutant. Oh, bro. Well, how is he supposed to keep her stable? Oh. What does she like about him? He's a snake. Was there a specific reason? Bro, he looks like a snake. Never be able to leave his side again. He was a fraud, but of course she's not gonna believe that. Is she like completely delulu? He gave her the necklace. Yeah, surprise demon baby. Oh. Oh, descendant of death. Okay, that is what it is. Oh my god. What did he do to her? It's not just her being Delulu. He did something to her. It's like she's been brainwashed. Yeah. Yeah. Suddenly lost control. Oh my god. Old Neil? So is Ince Zangwill involved in this? Yeah. But she just wanted warm water though. Bro, he knocked her off with the demonic baby and disappeared. How do you handle this? How are you supposed to? Do they have any artifact for this? Sequence 4 mythical creature. No. Yeah. Oh, good. But he won't be able to come back right away. The one who made my fate erratic. Yes, that's the thing to say. But how will he be back in time? Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Oh my god. Blood vessel thief. But how are they going to use it on her? What ability will... Half an hour. Oh. Dear poet. Saint Selena? Is it the Saintess of White? Is that... I'm sorry, I need to rewind. Is this Ince Zangwill's voice? And they're directly... Is this the case of a super high... Saint Selena's ashes. So is this the case of a super high sequence beyond her from the same pathway whispering to a low sequence? Dude. Oh no. Oh no. Klein needs to tell someone else about this within the... Sorry, hang on. Saint Selena's ashes. The ashes of a high sequence beyond her. The core seal of the Janus Gate. Wait, if this is the core seal... Hang on. No. Oh, this is not a good idea. Oh, they're cooked. They're cooked. He's taking the core seal. Bro, don't give me this heroic music. There's someone whispering to Dunn. Oh my god, these two. Oh no. Listen, no. Go home. Be safe. They need to get out of here. Babies never wait when you want them to, huh? Oh god. Bro. Leave. Oh my god. Bro. I know. Leonard! Oh god, I'm so scared. Oh my god. Is it Saint Selena's ashes? Is it the ashes that are gonna help birth the... Why does he have it? What? Mysticism, there's a law. The characteristics? are never destroyed or reduced. Oh no. To carry them with him. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, but I imagine it takes a toll on him, no? Bro, why do I feel like he's gonna die now? Surely not, right? Please. Okay. Oh, has she lost it? Lad. Bro, put her to sleep or something. Oh my god, Leonard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. See, it's ashes. It is the ashes. Bro. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Bro, that is... horrifying is not enough. It's not adequate. Oh my god. Bro, this is worse than I think any of the horror movies I've seen in my life. Don't tell me... End credits? End credits? No end credits? Why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? They need to stop doing this to me. You guys, this is the second last episode. The next episode is the last episode. Tell me it's gonna be longer. This episode was shorter. Are you kidding me? Stop. Okay. Okay, so there is a lot to talk about. A lot. Oh my god. First of all, we kept seeing that damn Quill throughout this episode. Now we have some idea why. First thing I want to say is, right, we saw that Quill, and then we saw in the beginning of the episode, right, when Klein saw Dunn, there was a part where it said, within the Crimson, Dunn Smith is atop Kenley White's corpse, right? Okay, now this is a bit far-fetched, but it sounded a lot like a narration, right? It sounded like, is it like, does the Quill, like the artifact, have something, does it write like a script, and whatever it writes, like, becomes true, or like happens? I don't know. Like I think that's a bit too OP, right? Like how do you fight against something like that? But it sounded a lot like a narration, like someone is writing a script. So that's the vibe that I got from that, right? Dunn was so shady in this episode, and like, we'll talk more about that. But like, first of all, like Klein, at first I thought he was being way too paranoid, right? That he requested the spirit medium's mirror, which ended up getting Kenley, right? But then I was like, I mean, he didn't make Kenley use it at that moment, right? But okay, let's put a pin in that for now, right? We see that Leonard, finally, we see him again. He's been investigating Lanevus, right? And he requests Klein's help. They find the hidden letter in his apartment. And apparently he was expecting it, and he writes a whole thing about, you know, welcome to my game of life and death, and he's planted a bomb in the city, wants them to find it, which is a bit confusing, right? Because he wants them to find the bomb, but then the bomb comes to them. So is Megose actually the bomb, or is the bomb still something else, right? That one little really sad thing is we saw Melissa buying tickets, right, for Return of the Earl, which I'm guessing is like a play or something like that, right? Something, or or the opera, something, whatever. But I think it looked like she'd been saving up for it, right? And she wanted to take her brothers for it. I think that's what was happening, and that's really sad that I don't think she's gonna get to do that, or at least not right now. Hopefully, I mean, those two were out, right, in the chaos. Hopefully they be safe. I really hope they're gonna be safe, right? Because right now Klein cannot be there to help them. Whew. I just said in the other episode that those two better remain safe. Well, I also said that about Dunn, but things are not looking good, right? So Klein, of course, is panicking. He sends letters to Azik and Dali. And thankfully, Azik responds very quickly thanks to the skeletal messenger, right? And explains about vampires, specifically natural vampires that have exited the stage already, right? They existed, but they exited way before. But then there's also mutants, right? And mutants are usually it's caused by the mutancy is caused by something, and Dunn, he says, most likely is that, right, it's usually due to a curse or something, which we did see, a blood curse, right? Now, okay, we come to what happened with Dunn later, because okay, not the thing is, Klein's divination pointed towards danger from Dunn, right? That Dunn's whatever's going on with Dunn will put him in danger, okay? But then Dunn gives an explanation that seemingly explains it away, which I'm not entirely buying, okay? So, but before that, right, we see the whole planted bomb situation and everything. But later on, we also see that Klein is explaining to Dunn about how tailing Megose caused Haver to lose control, but might also have had something to do with old Neil. But how on earth? How? Like, it was the hidden sage whispering to old Neil, unless all of them are connected, right? That's actually insane. Oh my god. But yes, we see that Megose is clearly losing it, right? I don't know, I think they did something to her, right? I wonder why he specifically went after her. Like he seemed to target her, and I wonder if it's because of something specific, or is it if it's just because she seemed more naive than anyone else and more infatuated with him. But honestly, I don't think she was just being entirely delusional. I think she was also brainwashed, which I mean, he's from the Marauder pathway, right? He's a whole ass scammer. So, uh, I mean, that's that. But could it really swindle her, right? It was a swindler, right? But yeah, see, because that was a lot more like with her, that those flashes we saw where he took her to the ritual place, right? He was abusing her, and he also set her up for that ritual. And with her reaction, right, she looked way too happy to be there, like something was going on. She looked completely brainwashed and like in his control, right? And he put a demon baby on her, so like who the hell would want that? Who would be happy about that? But anyway, yes. Oh my God, the spirit vision scene was insane, where Klein attempted to use his spirit vision on Mikos. And literally, I thought he was about to have a heart attack, and he probably felt like it too, because, yeah, again, it was the same thing. Do not gaze directly at gods, right? That's what his vision was warning him about. And yeah, so he figured out, I was forced to, forced to come to the conclusion that the true creator is actually present in Megose's womb. And yeah, we see another scene, right, where it looked like Emperor Roselle's notes, where he's like, I started the Industrial Revolution and da. And but then it ended with, I did all of this only for it to become like a hotbed for the descent of an evil god. So did Emperor Roselle, like, did someone, did a seer tell him this? How did he write about this? And has Klein read those notes? Right? It looked like someone was reading those notes. And at first I was like, oh my God, is this the Antigonus family notebook? But I think those were just his notes. But I don't think Klein read it, because he would have mentioned this before, obviously. But it seemed Emperor Roselle was aware of this. But yeah, okay. Now again, Dunn. So, we saw how Klein was suspecting Dunn, because Dunn was the one who requested the spirit medium's mirror. Now, in this episode, he tells Klein that the mutated sun sacred emblem, right, has been sent to Backland. Very conveniently has been sent there, right? And the only viable sort of artifacts were 2105, the blood vessel thief, right? It's been proven to be useful against high sequence beyonders, but doesn't have a very high success rate. So he says that it can steal your life away. So for the limit for like a sequence 8 beyonder, specifically Klein and Leonard, is 30 minutes max. We'll see. Okay. But now he also requests Saint Selena's ashes, right? Which is the ashes of a very high sequence beyonder. And of course, you need permission from the Holy Cathedral, but he says that, it's an emergency clause. And he overrides that, he takes it. Turns out that's also like the Chanis Gate core seal. And he very conveniently tells those two old men and her, Sika, that, yeah, it's up to you guys now. Are you kidding me? I think they're cooked. The Chanis Gate core seal has been taken away. It seems like a huge deal, right? And again, someone whispered to him to request Saint Selena's ashes. Is that in Zangwill? Because we saw the quill again. He's in possession of the quill. If it's him, oh my God, right? So he also tells Klein that if it's a body for the true creator that's been created, it's at the very least a sequence for mythical creature, right? Klein thankfully very quickly sends a note to Azik. Now the thing is, even if Azik receives the note, it's not like he can teleport back, right? I don't know what's gonna happen there. Oh my God. But now that's why I'm suspecting Dunn about the Spirit Medium's mirror as well. I mean, in the end, it did work against Sharon, right? But now with him requesting Saint Selena's ashes after being influenced by someone, it's like a whole what if, right? And again, the thing is, uh, Dunn says that Dali, oh my God, Dali's letter, right, to Klein. So Dunn explains that he chose to carry the characteristics, right, of those within the same pathway. That the characteristics of a Beyonder, they don't disappear after the Beyonder dies. So he could either choose to give those up to the Holy Cathedral or choose to sort of absorb or consume them and carry them with him, right? Which is really lovely, of course. That's a lovely sentiment. But now I'm just so suspicious because I don't know. I mean, sure, it can explain the him consuming the blood, but we kept seeing, right? Something is happening to Dunn. Like he keeps sort of glitching. But then what about Dali? What about Dali? She sent that letter. Unless she's also under someone's influence, but I don't know how much. Dance like at times seemed normal, right? He seemed like himself, but then at core moments he was being influenced by someone and it was working, because we saw that Saint Selena's ashes, which was actually explained by Leonard's shadow. So like I don't know what that is. I thought like that shadow seemed a lot more sentient. Like we heard the shadow speak this time, so clearly it's like a person or something. Because at first I just thought that it's just a shadow that Leonard like sort of controls and like uses to spy on people, but clearly it's like a sentient being because it has knowledge that Leonard does not. Okay, so but regardless, like we'll come to that later. Hope I don't know if we have one more episode, so I don't know if we're gonna find out in this season, but regardless, like at least we don't have to worry about the shadow right now, right? It explains that because of the oh my God, because of the stimulation from the Saint Selena's ashes, the birth of the true creator. Oh my God, I'm just so like, the birth of the true creator was actually hastened, right? That's why Megose was sent there, because the true creator, the Saint Selena's ashes actually made it happen faster. So, and basically made her explode. That was horrifying, by the way. What happened to Megose? I think like worse than any of the Conjuring movies I've seen. That was horrifying. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Literally, I need to erase that from my memory. So yes, Megos explodes due to the ashes, which are being brought to them by Dunn, because someone whispered to him to request the ashes. At this point, like, it has to be Ince Zangwill, right? Now, the thing is, Ince Zangwill is supposed to be the archbishop who lost control and stole the artifact, right? The quill. Now, the thing is, it's like, I have to wonder if that artifact is so powerful, is Ince Zangwill in control of it, or is he under its control, under the control of the quill? But then, because it really seems like someone's writing a script, right? But now it's just like how much of what Dunn has been doing, how much of it has been under his own control. And did he... But again, thinking about the spirit medium's mirror, it's like it did work, right? It unfortunately also caused Kenley to die, but it did work against Sharon. Now, It's just like everyone, are all of them the Saintess of White, in Zangwill, all of these, Lanevus, how much, are they all just connected? Are they all in on the same plan? Because otherwise, then they're cooked in that case, right? How are they supposed to fight against all of these people? Right now, I guess they just have to worry about Megose. But the thing is, it's not just Megose, it's also the vessel of the true creator inside Megose, right? Is she giving birth right now, or is it just her? And I mean, the closer Klein and Dunn get, I mean, the closer the ashes get, then what's going to happen? Leonard is going to have to like sprint and just take the ashes back. But again, I guess Klein was right to suspect him. At first, I really thought he was being way too paranoid, but now clearly there is good reason to suspect him. And again, the thing is, Dunn explains the whole thing, right? That I chose to carry the characteristics of those within the same pathway. That's all well and good. I mean, it's a lovely sentiment. But that doesn't sort of erase the fact that Klein's divination did confirm that whatever is wrong with Dunn will put him in danger. Unless it's specifically not what Dunn is doing with the characteristics. It's not him choosing to carry that. It's the whispering that's being done, right? The whispering that's being done due through the quill or whatever. That specifically is what's going to put Klein in danger, not the not the vampire thing, not the vampire. I mean, not him consuming the blood. And how does he do it, right? Oh, well, I'm not with Old Neil. Old Neil was a different pathway, and yeah, Kenley was the same pathway, sleepless pathway. Well, it better not be Leonard next, right? No way. No, not Leonard. But now I'm just like, it's so sad that it's come to this, that I keep because Dunn was like this super reliable figure, right? He was like the dad of the group. And, every time he arrived at the scene, you felt like a sense of reassurance and safety. That's like, I very keenly feel that being ripped away from me, because now I suspect everything he does. And again, you don't know how long this has been going on, right? What if, I mean, I know when we saw them investigating Klein at the beginning, right? It was Leonard and Dunn. I don't know if Leonard is because Leonard is like two people, right, in one package. It's sort of. I don't know how much he would be influenced, but like, what if Dunn was sent to Klein specifically because of the quill, right? And he also recruited him. So like, is this all just a part of a script? And if so, that's actually insane. Well, that makes me think of how, when in typical Isekai, or at least the Ojama Isekai manhwa that I read, whenever someone gets transmigrated or Isekai, right, it's like sometimes the world follows a very specific script, is already following a script, right? But because of the person who's been isekai, they're not originally a part of this world, right? Their soul is not a part of this world. They're sort of free from the sort of control of the script. Like, they're sort of a free agent almost. Well, sometimes they're a free agent. Sometimes they're forced to bend to the will of the script. And or in that case, they usually have to act like they have to make do with what they have, right? They have to sort of defy it in whatever they can, in whatever way they can. So, I mean, those stories are usually way more depressing, because it's just like no matter what they do, no matter how much they try to defy, in some ways, they're forced to sort of conform by the story, right? In this case, I mean, Klein has mostly been doing whatever he wants to, right? So I don't think he's being controlled. But then again, we have the coincidences, right? It's like, even if he's personally not being controlled, things are still happening to him. And it really seems like someone is narrating a story and someone is writing this. Oh my God. And again, Professor Azik, all this happening right when Professor Azik is gone. He's going to be pissed, by the way. I'm super glad Klein included that bit in the note to him where he's like, we found the person who used your son's remains. He's going to be pissed. I hope he has some way to teleport back, because otherwise I think they're cooked. If the true creator is being born, they're cooked. I honestly don't see any way that they can fight back. But I don't know if the true creator is being born right now, or if it's just Megose like absolutely losing it for now. But again, and it's with the Chaniscate being vulnerable, there seem to be specifically, well, I guess like the Nighthawks are like the local resistance, right, against whatever these people are doing. They were the ones who got Sharon Coy. They've been interfering from the beginning, so of course they would be targeted. But right now, I'm so we're done, right? So we've spoken about him being controlled by someone whispering. So that has to be someone from the same pathway, right? A very high sequence beyonder whispering to him. But like, how are they so vulnerable, right? And even like for Dunn to be vulnerable against it, that's just terrifying. Like, it's like, how? What about Leonard and Klein? And yes, maybe Dunn specifically is vulnerable because of the him being in the same pathway. Then what about Leonard? Is he also vulnerable? And again, I wonder if, well, I wonder how what sequence Azik is. But if Azik and Dali are from the same pathway, I wonder if he can also whisper to her. He wouldn't. He would never. It's like now, it's like one, now that Dunn is vulnerable, I'm just like, where is Azik? Someone call Azik back, please. We need an adult around here. I'm so afraid, guys. I'm so afraid. I can't believe we're gonna be watching the season finale next week. I really hope it's a longer episode. Like, and I'm really a little salty at the fact that this episode was a little shorter. Usually it's like what, 36 minutes? I don't know if that's every episode, but like whenever I've actually paid attention to how long the episode is, I've seen 36 minutes. But for this to be like 8 minutes shorter, no. But anyway, I mean, I hope we've discussed everything. There was so much, you guys. And now I just don't trust this is not the kind of show where, they'll do an ass pull and save the character somehow. If they're really not afraid of killing off characters. And that makes me very, very afraid. But anyway, well, other than that, objectively, great episode. A lot happened. They've been building up, and the build up is finally paying off. Things have escalated to the point where I honestly do not know how they're gonna resolve this. But there's always a way, right? There's always a way. They have. Klein did say about Leonard. He was like, "Dear poet, it's about time you show us your secret." But is that secret enough to fight back? I hope that secret is enough to keep them alive at the very least. Maybe Azik is gonna somehow teleport. Well, he can't teleport. If he could teleport, he would not have taken a train. But maybe he just wanted to, take the longer route, what do you call it? What's the term for it? I can't remember, where you see, you want to look at the scenery and stuff. Maybe. Anyway. Well, that's that for now. Oh my God, guys. I think we need a group hug. So yes, now I'm going to see you for the Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity episode 12 on Saturday after this, and the Lot of Mystery season finale next week. I am not ready. I don't think I will be ready even when we start watching it. So yes, good luck to all of us. I'm going to see you guys then. Until then, have a lovely rest of your week. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves as much as you can, you guys. And thank you so, so much for watching.